Welcome to Talkpoint, your trusted source for verified, balanced, and fact-based news from across the United States and around the world. This week, former US President Donald Trump made headlines once again during his visit to Egypt, where he presented what he described as a new proposal for stability and humanitarian recovery in Gaza. While some outlets labeled it a peace plan, international sources confirmed that it is not an officially signed agreement, but rather a framework under discussions with regional leaders. According to verified reports from Reuters, the Associated Press, and the BBC, Trump's visit to Cairo marked the latest stop on his Middle East tour, following his addresses to Israel's Knesset earlier this week. In Egypt, he met with President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi at the President Palace, where both leaders discussed ongoing ceasefire efforts, humanitarian relief, and long-term regional cooperation. During their joint meeting, Trump outlined what he called a Gaza stability framework, a proposal aimed at reinforcing the ceasefire, rebuilding critical infrastructure, and ensuring expanded humanitarian access. The plan reportedly emphasized four main goals: securing a durable ceasefire, rebuilding civilian areas, improving cross-border coordination, and preventing renewed hostilities through international oversight. Egyptian officials confirmed that the proposal was shared in confidence but clarified that it is not a binding peace accord. In a statement released by the Egyptian Foreign Ministry, officials described it as a constructive contribution to dialogue and a potential foundation for future cooperation. Trump praised Egypt's leadership role in regional diplomacy, calling the country a vital partner in bringing stability and hope to the Middle East. He added that long-term peace requires unity, economic opportunity, and mutual respect among neighboring nations. For his part, President el-Sisi welcomed Trump's visit and described it as a reaffirmation of the enduring relationship between Egypt and the United States. He said Egypt remains committed to facilitating dialogue between Israel, Palestinian representatives, and international partners to prevent further escalation and to expand humanitarian aid efforts. Reports from Politico and The Hill note that Trump's tone during the Cairo visit was measured and diplomatic, avoiding any mention of domestic politics or campaign issues. Instead, his remarks focused on security, peace building, and humanitarian goals. Analysts interpreted the visit as an effort to project a statesman-like image while reinforcing his long-standing involvement in the Middle East policy. According to AP News, Trump's framework was well received by Egyptian officials and cordially acknowledged by Israel. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu described it as aligned with Israel's interest in regional stability, provided that security remains the top priority. Palestinian officials, however, said they were not formally consulted and would review the proposal once official documentation is shared through proper diplomatic channels. The White House later confirmed that President Joe Biden had been briefed on Trump's visit, noting that while the former president is acting in a private capacity, the administration supports continued dialogue aimed at maintaining peace and expanding humanitarian corridors in Gaza. A senior official described Trump's framework as consistent with broader international goals for recovery and stabilization. Global reactions have been cautiously optimistic. The United Nations and the European Union both welcomed renewed engagement on Gaza's humanitarian situation, urging all parties to work together under international oversight. A UN spokesperson said that any meaningful progress toward peace must involve coordination, transparency, inclusivity for all affected communities. Regional observers note that Trump's initiatives adds momentum to recent diplomatic efforts led by Egypt, Qatar, and the United States to maintain calm and facilitate reconstruction. In recent weeks, multiple rounds of hostage releases and ceasefires extensions have underscored the urgency of stabilizing the region. As of today, no formal agreement has been signed, but discussions are continuing behind closed doors in Cairo, Jerusalem, and Doha. Officials on all sides described the talks as productive and acknowledged that significant political challenges remain. Trump concluded his visit by thanking Egyptian leaders for their partnership and reaffirming his belief the peace in the region is possible through strength, cooperation, and compassion. This is Talkpoint, bringing you verified fact-based coverage of US politics, global diplomacy, and the stories that shape our shared future. Stay informed, stay engaged, and subscribe for continuing updates, world affairs, and the issues that matter most.